Thank you for calling the LaPorte County government. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. This call may be recorded. If you know your party's extension, please enter it now. For county clerks, press 1. For courts, press 2. Probation, press 3. For circuit court, press 1. For the self-help center, press 2. Clerk's office.
Yes, I'm trying to reach the LaPorte Circuit Court.
This is it. What do you need?
I'm trying to find out. I believe I've already been transferred out of the clerk's office. I'm trying to speak with the actual court.
Okay, for who? Like Alavisos or what judge?
I suppose Alavisos would work. It's his court.
Okay, all right, hold on just a moment.
Thank you.
LaPorte County Circuit Court.
Good morning. I'm trying to find out about a report that would be filed under a cause number in this court, I believe, LaPorte Circuit Court.
Okay, you have to talk to the clerk's office, sir. One moment, please.
I've already talked to the clerk's office,
Mm-hmm.
and it hasn't been filed, and that's sort of what I'm trying to figure out.
When was the case?
It's currently pending.
Who's the attorney?
Who is what?
Who's your attorney?
My attorney?
Is this your case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is this regarding you or someone else, sir?
It's regarding a public official, I believe.
And you're trying to find out information regarding the case?
Yes, ma'am. There's a report that's supposed to be filed every 6 months, and there's nothing on the docket that reflects that. The clerk's office seems to believe it has not been filed. I'm sort of trying to figure out why it has not been filed.
Okay. Question cause number.
It would be 46C01 1902 MI 000461.
And who am I talking to today?
I'm just a concerned citizen.
Okay. There's probably not much I can pull up either if it hasn't been filed in the clerk's office. It's up to their attorneys to do those filings.
Actually, okay, so in regards to this specifically, being that there's a special prosecutor appointed in this cause number, and it is in regards to official misconduct. He's investigating a public servant, and under Title 33, Article 39, Chapter 10.
Sir, you're talking to a secretary, not an attorney.
Right, so can I speak to the judge then, or somebody in the court? Because it's their responsibility to enforce this statute. This report is a public record. Effectively, this is a denial of access under Indiana's Access to Public Records Act.
I don't know how come they didn't give you anything. The last thing that was filed in court was on August the 27th.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know why the clerk's office is telling you that, because the last thing that was filed on court was August the 27th.
And what would that be?
Order and a transfer to LaPorte Circuit Court.
Right, which means Judge Alavisos accepted jurisdiction in this matter. But just the same, the special prosecutor appointed. What I'm trying to figure out is why Judge Alavisos isn't ordering this special prosecutor to file this report.
Okay, one moment, please. I'll give you to his staff.
Thank you.
court?
Yes, I'm trying to find out about a report that would be filed in a case with a special prosecutor.
A report?
Yes, this would be in regards to a special prosecutor appointed to a case with a public servant being investigated for official misconduct.
Let me see here. Do you have a case number or anything, or?
I do. It would be 46C01.
Yep, hold on a second. I'm waiting for the wheel to spin under my computer. Hold on.
Not a problem.
All right. 46C01?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
1902.
Okay.
MI 000461.
461. Okay. Let's see here. It's just a case. Let me see. Now you're wondering if a special prosecutor has been appointed, or?
No, a special prosecutor, Charles Michael Steiner, was appointed. What I'm trying to find out is, it looks like Judge Alavisos issued an order signed on August 21st. It's on the docket on the 27th. Around this same time, Mr. Steiner would have been required to file a written report with the court under Title 33, Article 39, Chapter 10, Section 2, subsections E and F. There's some language in there that also makes this accessible by the public as a public record. But to date, he hasn't filed that. And I'm just sort of wondering who would be responsible for, I guess, inquiring if he is going to.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, because the order we issued was just Judge Alavisos accepting the transfer. And I'm not sure. Let me see here. What was the initial? Looks like he filed for a motion for extension of time, and nobody ruled on it. What the heck?
I see a lot of recusals, but I don't really.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure this out because it looks like on July 30th, the special prosecutor asked for an extension of time, and I think that's. I'm looking then right after that on August 2nd. The judge of Superior 4 filed her order of recusal, but it's dated the 1st of March.
Yeah, and she issues an order that somewhat mentions her recusing on March 1st, in regards to Prosecutor John Lakes having filed for a special prosecutor. So it looks like, yeah, she files August 2nd as well.
Let's see here. Yep, August 2nd.
A lighter version. Then it looks like maybe a week later, Jeffrey L. Thorne recuses.
Yeah, he recused too. Okay, and then it came to us. I don't know for sure as far as when he's required. I'd have to actually look at that statute and discuss that with the judge. It does look like he did ask for more time up until the 30th of this month to complete an investigation and file his report. At least that's what the motion says that was filed July 30th.
All right, I was
normally.
I think I'm unable on my end to actually read that motion. I can only read the orders. But
Yeah, there was a well, that's kind of weird. I wonder why you wouldn't be able to. Does it have the motion in there?
It's on the docket, but there's no like PDF downloadable version. And a lot of these
I don't know what
seem to be like a lot. Usually the MIs, I can. So I kind of that's why I've had to call around and figure out because I couldn't read what was
weird.
in that.
Yeah, I mean it is public record. I can tell you what it says. I mean it just says comes now. C. Michael Steiner, Senior/Special Prosecutor herein, and respectfully request that the court allow the undersigned additional time in which to determine the appropriate course of action herein. The undersigned anticipates that he should be able to determine the appropriate course of action by September 30th, 2019, and requests that he be allowed to take up to that time to file charges or file a report with the court. So I don't even know necessarily that he has to file a report with the court. He seeks to pursue criminal charges instead.
I think under subsection E of that statute, he has to file it at the completion of any investigation, and then under subsection F, it would be every 6 months during the course of the investigation.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, which he would have had to file one already. That might be why he asked for the extension. We didn't even get a copy of the file. It just got sent to us electronically. I am going to print this docket off.
Is there a reason why that the individual being investigated is not identified?
It almost never is on these requests for special prosecutor. If it's pre-charging, they don't ever list them. It's just in regards to an investigation to appoint a prosecutor, and then it's all turned over. I think that's solely to leave the court out of it until the investigation is complete, but also give them a venue for any if there's any aids needed for the investigation, such as like search warrants, subpoenas, anything like that, without the actual formal filing of charges. I believe that's why they don't list anything, kind of to leave us out of it, because obviously if we're getting information without the other parties being notified, that becomes an ex parte thing. That's how we kind of stay out of it until the report's filed. I mean, I know they have their own special super secret squirrel subpoenas they can do through prosecutors' offices, but I know they normally don't because there's no reason to. Let me see here. But yeah, I'm going to discuss this with Judge when he gets back to see what the status should even be, because now that you mentioned that, he should have filed a report, or at least, and that may be why he filed that motion on the 30th, because that's what it's for, is for an extension of time. So that might be why he filed for that, to extend it an additional 2 months in order to continue on with the investigation, I would guess. But yeah, as far as who it's about, I have no clue. They almost never. The only person that could answer that is this prosecutor or whatever agency is investigating it alongside him, or the LaPorte prosecutor's office, although I don't know that they would comment on it because they've already recused themselves.
In my conversations with Mr. Steiner, he somewhat confirmed that it was in regards to former prosecutor John Espar.
Okay.
I am I've yet to see anything on paper that confirms this, however. So.
Yeah, and I like I said, I mean, I can see a little bit more than what you can as far as what's on the docket, but I mean, as far as the entries go, there's nothing in here that has been filed that you wouldn't be able to see. There's no proposed orders or proposed motions that because when someone puts that stuff through, it is not visible to the public until it's actually approved. But yeah, there's nothing on here at all. I don't expect Judge Alavisos back until next week, but I will bring this up to him and see. You know, with the court, I don't know what the remedy would be for missing that deadline. I don't know if that's something the court would have to take upon themselves to bring up, or if an intervening party would actually have to do that. I'm not sure.
That's sort of what I was trying to figure out, because of the language in subsection F says, report filed under this subsection is a public record under Indiana Code 5-14-3. That's the Access to Public Records Act. There is I guess, a denial remedy in there. However, it's sort of a constructive denial, I would guess. He'd be statutorily required to file it, and then once he did, it would be a public record, but he's requested more time, so essentially it's not going to be arbitrary or capricious. So
yeah,
that remedy
I don't
would
think there's anything
somewhat be kind of
until
moot.
after the 30th. I don't think there's anything we can do to force his hand. And technically, the motion was never presented to Judge Alavisos because this recusal that was filed on August 2nd, but actually signed March 2nd, came in after that. I'm not sure if that's what sparked her to finally go, oh, I didn't file my recusal, or it's not part of the docket. That's why I'm still getting stuff. I'm not sure. But I'll bring it up to him as far as the language and all that, or the reporting requirement, and then you're more than welcome to give me a call back if I have any news for you. I'll give anything I can tell you. I will.
All right.
But yeah,
can I get your name?
As far as what's Jason.
Jason. All right. Thank you very much.
Do you have my extension, or did you get transferred here?
I got transferred here, so if you give me 1 second, I'll grab a pen and I'll write that down.
Okay.
All right.
My direct extension is 2241.
2241. And are you like the court manager? I don't know what it would be called.
Chief of staff.
Chief of staff.
The chief of staff. Yeah, I used to be the court administrator, and I took Derek's position when he decided to be an officer.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I guess I'll maybe give you a call back next week or something. Or
Yeah,
you said
fine.
on the 30th, so.
On the 30th, yeah, maybe after then, but if we are in trial next week, I'll try and discuss it with the judge during the trial. So possibly later in the week, because obviously if the 30th hits, we'll see what's going on there. But yeah, if I have an answer I can give you, I will.
All right, so probably October 1st or after would be better.
Yeah, probably, because we don't have a trial that week. So if I don't get a chance to discuss it with him next week, that first week, the week of the 30th, I definitely would have a chance to discuss it with him. I printed off the docket. I'm making myself a note right now.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
That is all.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.